If getting in shape is the hardest part of your life is genuinely way too easy. It's way too easy. If getting in shape, putting on muscle, and not being fat is the hardest part of your life. Are you serious? That is the main thing. And look, we've all been there. I was there too. That was the main thing on my mind. How to get in shape, how to get in shape. But then after I got in shape, I realized this was so much easier than I thought it was. People make this shit seem so complicated. They make it seem so difficult. But it only seems like that because you haven't done it. You put this physique on a pedestal. You think it's outside of you, when the truth is it's not. And that's how it is with anything in life. It seems impossible at first until you do it. And after you do it, you realize how fucking easy it is. How easy it is. Bro, I just got out of this job interview, right? I've had like 20 fucking job interviews. Every single job I've applied to, I'm not qualified for in any way, shape, or form. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm not gonna settle for a shit ass fucking job. I'm not gonna settle. I'd rather work at this other place where it's not. I'd rather work somewhere where I actually, to a certain degree, I'm like, okay, I like working here to a certain degree. I'm not gonna fucking settle to work at no shitty ass. Fuck no. What the fuck? And it's like, bro, I've had so many interviews, and most of my interviews have been in restaurants, right? I have no restaurant experience at all. The only reason why I'm even doing this is because my level of faith is greater than my level of fears and my level of discouragement and my level of doubts. And I only fear my doubts. I fear that I'm not gonna win. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Wait, let me just make sure the lighting. But boom, right? I had this one interview. I go in yesterday. The guy basically says, okay, you got the job. And then he said we were gonna do the paperwork or something today. And then today he's like, oh, the general manager isn't here. He comes back on Friday, so you have to come back on Friday. I was like, fuck, Friday? You're gonna make me wait 5 days? Hell no. So I literally just got another interview, like immediately. Because the thing is, yesterday what I was doing is I was calling a bunch of places. Bro, there's a lot of guys out there, they're like, oh, it's so hard to find a job, right? It's so hard. Oh, you can only get a job if you know somebody. Bro, you just don't try hard enough. You just don't try hard enough. Bro, I called for fucking hours. Bro, the amount of money I self-invested into myself. Bro, everyone would probably, if you guys saw my bank account, you would genuinely be like, yo, what the fuck? But I believe in myself so much that I don't care. And I know I'm gonna do more than what it takes. I've invested 5 figures into myself, into my self-development, into my into Max Out Fitness coaching, into being the best. I've invested so much. Well, guess what? Guess what reward I'm gonna get? Whatever you invest into is what you are. I don't care about the cost. I care about what I'm getting. That's it. I don't care about the cost. I care about what I'm getting. And I had to need to cut up real quick. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I don't care about, oh, I have to invest this, I have to invest that. I don't care. Bro, I took my dad and my mom to a $500 dinner the other day, when if you saw my bank account, you would be like, what the fuck? But I did it because I'm like, this is nothing compared to what my parents have done for me, and this is who I am. I'm somebody who gives back to the people who have given so much to me. I'm not the person who is so quick to receive but so slow to give. And that's how a lot of people are. They are so slow to give, and they are so hesitant to give, but to receive, oh, give me everything, give me everything, I want everything, I want. Bro, that is ungrateful, selfish, all of the above. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I was doing that for the longest time, accepting my parents to do so much for me. But what am I gonna do for them? And what do your parents want? They want you to be the best kid ever. They want you to be successful. They want you to be happy. They want you to be the better versions of them. My dad tells me every single day, you will be better than me. You have to be better than me in every single way. He tells me I was better than my dad. You have to be better than me. You have to surpass me in everything. You have to be better than me. And the only reason I even have the opportunity to be better than him is because he set me up. He set me up to be able to invest into myself and still have a roof over my head and food to eat. He set me up so that I can win. So imagine if I took that for granted and I just stayed home beating my meat 24/7, going out, drinking, going to the club, smoking. Imagine if I wasted that. Imagine if I wasted everything He given me, not being the best son that I could be. Imagine how scary. That honestly sounds scary to me. The fact that there's another reality where I never started. There's another reality where I kept procrastinating. There's another reality where my level of faith did not overcome my level of fears, my level of doubts. There's another reality where I settled to be the shitty ass version of myself. There's another reality where I probably still seek validation from how many girls I got with, or fucking, I don't even fucking know, right? How many of us, we seek validation from these external things of like, oh, if I get with her, oh yeah, then I'm so cool. Bro, who the fuck cares? Like, bro, who cares? Self-develop yourself. Build yourself up. Worry about the girls later. Why the fuck are you always trying to... Bro, like, this is not the time to be in a relationship, bro. At least for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but this is not the time for me to be in my comfort zone. This is not the time for me to waste the time. This is not the time for me to pour in everyone else's cup. Bro, I need to, before you help others, you need to help yourself, right? Too many people want to play the husband role when they're still a little kid. You're going to ruin your fucking life doing that, bro. You're going to ruin your life because you haven't developed yourself enough, bro. You're not in the position. You're investing so much into your girl, bro. Invest that into yourself, bro. Like, invest that into yourself, bro. Like, and bro, I'm not saying you can't fucking be in a relationship or any of that. But what I'm saying is that, dude, never put the relationship over you. Never put the relationship over you, because then the relationship is going to die. Because the relationship is only going to last if you are the leader, if you are the strong foundation, bro. And the truth is, when we're young, we don't have a foundation. We don't have a foundation. We think we know everything. We think we're so smart, but you don't know anything. You don't know anything because you haven't failed enough. You haven't experienced enough. And how many of us go through life trying to avoid difficulty, avoid failures, not understanding that on the other side of those failures is where the massive blessings come, is where the massive rewards come, is when we gain wisdom. Boys, I was reading Ben Shira in the Bible today. This book isn't in all of the Bibles, but I have a Catholic Bible in my house because I've had it since I was a kid. Right? That doesn't necessarily mean I'm Catholic. I categorize myself as just a follower of Christ, and I just read the Word and I follow on what God wants us to do in the Word, right? And you know, Ben Shira, it's a beautiful book, just talking about wisdom, how important wisdom is. And you know, there's a guy, and he's always... Oh, it was Solomon. Oh no, I read this one in Wisdom. Wisdom is another book, but it was basically talking about how Solomon didn't wish for money, he didn't wish for fame, he didn't wish for any of those worldly blessings, right? But what he wished for was wisdom. When God asked him, I'll give you one thing, anything that you want, Solomon said, all I want is wisdom. And then in the book of Wisdom, it was basically talking about how the man who chases wisdom, all of the things are added to him. All of the things are added to him. It was along those lines. I don't know the verse exactly, but let me break it down step by step exactly for you guys. The man who chases wisdom, all of the things are added to him. Because Solomon valued wisdom far more than wealth or jewels or, you know, the woman or whatever it is, he wasn't blessed with the woman because he wasn't supposed to be doing that. He had over like 600 wives. But you know, the wealth and the fame, like, that came as a result of his wisdom. But what is wisdom? Most people don't know what wisdom is, right? And the Bible basically describes wisdom as I want to be very careful on how I explain this. Wisdom is I was reading it today. I don't know it. I don't remember it exactly, but it was talking about how basically wisdom is basically experience, right? The more that you experience, the more that you see, the more that you know, the more that you're able to handle difficulties, the more failures you go through, the more experience you go through. You experience all different ranges of life. It's like wisdom is basically the result of experiences, Most people think wisdom is intelligence. Wisdom is not intelligence. There's a lot of people who are book smart, intelligent, but they're not wise at all. They don't know how to make good decisions. They lead by fear. And the truth is, intelligence is not that valuable. In 2025, it's really not. We have AI. We can search up things at an instant. Intelligence isn't valuable. But wisdom is something that cannot be bought nor sold. Wisdom is the ability to have the discernment to be able to be a leader, to lead others towards greatness. Wisdom is a blessing. Wisdom is a blessing, but wisdom is only the result of us doing the things that we avoid at first. And wisdom is only gained through massive struggle, right? Like, right now in my life, it's like, I'm gonna look back on these moments, right? Because I'm not gonna say I'm struggling, but if the truth is, it's like, no, I'm not, that's not what I meant to say. It's not that I'm struggling, but it's that these are the most problems I've ever faced in my life. It's the opposite of struggling. If anything, I'm thriving because I'm overcoming and I'm learning so much and I'm growing so much, right? So instead of me thinking, all these problems, no, this is me growing. This is the best version of me. This is who I'm gonna become, right? Because the truth is, there is no other way to go but up. There's no other way to go but up when you're at rock bottom. When you're at rock bottom, there's no other way to go but up. So guess what? But I'm not rock bottom. This is my peak. This is my peak because I've grown so much from these problems. Imagine if I just stayed in my comfort zone. Imagine if I just avoided all the things I knew I should do. Imagine if I just stayed in my shell. Imagine if I didn't start posting content. Imagine if I didn't start Max Out Fitness Coaching. Imagine if I didn't do the things that I know I should have been doing. Imagine if I stayed in my comfort zone. Imagine if I quit. Imagine if I didn't have faith. Imagine if I didn't read my word every single day. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Too many guys call themselves followers of Christ, but when was the last time you picked up your word? When was the last time you prayed? When was the last time you got close and actually felt close to God, right? And I'm not perfect too, right? I'm not perfect too, by no means. But what I try to, not what I try to do. What I do every single day is I just stand on my word. I stand on what I say I'm gonna do. Right? I made a commitment to myself. I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, regardless of when I went to sleep. I'm on day like fucking 200 something. I don't even know. And I still haven't quit. I still haven't slowed down, and I never will. I never will quit. I never will slow down. Why? Because my level of faith is more important, and because I don't care about the result. Like, I don't. Like, all I care about is the internal. How can I bring the best part of me out? How can I bring the best part of me to the world and just give it to the world? How can I just bring the best part of me in the world, give it to the world, give it to others? And how can I inspire others? Bro, if you have a friend, right? And if your friend isn't inspiring you, then what is he doing? He's probably demotivating you. As harsh as that sounds, because there can't be in the middle, right? Can't be in the middle. All the friends that I have in my life, to a certain degree, they inspire me. They inspire me in a certain degree, whether they know it or not. And I choose that, because you choose that, right? If I was around somebody who was doing fucking coke and crack fucking every fucking day, is that guy gonna inspire me? Is that guy who smokes weed every single day and beats his meat and his girlfriend's bitch and his girl tells him what to do, is that guy gonna inspire me? Probably not. So would I hang out with them? Probably not, right? As harsh as that may sound. But it's like, bro, the most beautiful thing is having a multitude of guys and all they're focused on is, I want to see you win. I want to see you win. I want to see you win. And I'm going to set the best example so that you know how you should act. And you are setting the right example so I should know how to act. And then you just bounce off that positive energy. And it's a constant fucking grind of winning. It's a constant grind of winning. That is the most beautiful thing in the world. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. But at the same time, I think God elevates us when we're isolated. Most people don't realize that they're afraid of being alone. And, you know, to a certain degree, you have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with the silence. Because in the silence is when you find yourself. And the failures is when you find yourself. Right? And, you know, when I quit my last job, I told everybody, I was like, oh, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. I'm quitting. And I quickly realized that. And first of all, I'm 100% glad I made that decision, because God put that very heavily on my heart that it was time for me to leave that job, and I felt it deep inside my soul. It's time to leave. And I think that God puts those certain feelings inside of us for a reason, and he gives us that level of discernment. But you know, I remember I told everybody I'm going all in, and then I quickly realized, I'm like, whoa, slow down, right? At the end of the day, time is not the issue. Time isn't the issue. And then I realized when I'm under more pressure, a different side of me comes out. That's what I realized. And then now I have the whole day, I have so much time. And then you kind of just start thinking like, damn, I have so much time. And even if you have a packed schedule, sometimes, like, I don't know why, but it's like, I noticed that when I had less time, I had more pressure on me to like, to you know, bring the best part of me out. And I'm not saying I'm not, I still go through every single day with the same level of intensity, the same level of pressure, the same level of, like you guys, like I said, like, bro, today I got like 6 hours of sleep. You know, I'm sacrificing my sleep. I'm sacrificing all these things. I'm sacrificing having fun. I'm sacrificing feeling good in the moment. I didn't go out for Halloween. This is the first Halloween I didn't go out. I stayed home and just fucking grinded. Like, I've sacrificed so much, and then I realized, I'm like, right now, God gave me the discernment to understand that it was time for me to leave that job, but now he's putting it heavily on my heart that it's time for me to get another job, so that what I'm making from that job, I could just invest it more into my business, right? Like I told you guys, I'm in debt, right? And, you know, when you live by faith, you don't look at reality, but you just you don't look at the physical reality. But what you do is that you look at the vision of where you want to go, and you just assume as if it is already here. So when I tell you guys I'm in like, bro, I'm being as vulnerable as possible. The most people are just gonna fucking lie to you. Like, most people in this online coaching space act like it's sunshine and rainbows, like, oh, everything goes perfect, right? Everything is amazing. Like, bro, in any business you start, in any adventure you go in life, there's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be fucking difficulties. There's gonna be times where you have to invest so much. And it's like, bro, I'm okay with that. And I'm not gonna lie and act like everything is sunshine and rainbows. No, because I understand that you guys watching this, and if I was watching a video like this, what I like seeing is, I just like seeing the person being straight up. I don't like seeing people who fucking lie. I don't like seeing people who beat around the bush. I don't like seeing people who sugarcoat things, who act like everything is perfect. I like the guys who are 100% transparent. I like the guys who just say the truth no matter what it is. I like the guys who aren't afraid of being vulnerable. I like the guys who sacrifice. I like the guys who I finish watching the video and I'm like, damn, I learned something new, or he changed my perspective on that certain thing. Oh, and then I get a certain different type of fire, right? I get a certain different type of damn. Like, I left with something after watching that video. And that's what I try to do with every single video. And I try to just document where I'm at. I don't care about how many views this gets. What I care about is that the fact that in the future, somebody's gonna watch this video. They might be in the same shoes as me, or in a similar shoes as me, or it doesn't even matter, but they're just gonna see what position I'm in my life right now. They're gonna see where I'm at that time when they watch the video, and then they're gonna put 2 and 2 together, and they're gonna think, damn, this guy is no different than me, because I'm not any different than anyone else. I just made the decision that I was never gonna quit. That's it, right? And you know, I have really big goals, I have really big aspirations, and the truth is, my dependence on whether or not I accomplish my goals is dependent on how many people I help. So when I tell you guys I'm focused on the small things, it's really just, how can I just help how can I help others as much as possible, right? Because I made a transformation, right, in the gym, also mentally, you know, with my habits. I've made plenty of transformations. I know what it's like to experience both sides, and I think that God just made it heavy on my heart that I need to help others in the same way that I was able to overcome those things. Simple, right? And you know, it's November 2nd, 2025, and a year from now, God knows where I'm gonna be. The truth is, you never really know the future. But at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be on earth. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to win. I'm blessed to, make my parents proud. I'm blessed to try my absolute best. I'm blessed to be able to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm blessed to be able to make this video. I'm blessed to be able to go to that job interview and, keep rolling the dices, right? Keep rolling the dices until one wins. And I'm just super grateful. But yeah, I love you guys. I want to see you guys win. I'm about to get home soon, and if you guys have any questions or anything, leave comments down below. Let me know. If there's any specific questions you want to ask me, or if you have a video recommendation, or if you guys just want to DM me on IG, go ahead and DM me. The link is going to be in my description. But if you guys aren't in the physical shape that you want to be in your life, and you want to literally get into the best shape of your whole entire life without tracking your macros, or making it as hard as possible. I mean, it's still gonna be uncomfortable at first, because the truth is, if you want the best results, it comes with extraordinary efforts. But what I try to do with all my clients is I allow them to build sustainable habits that are gonna last them a lifetime, so that this isn't just a 4-month program. This is a lifetime program of things that you're going to be using for the rest of your life. And like I told you guys before, my main focus is just providing as much value to my clients as possible, so that they can achieve the best transformation possible. And when I first started in the gym, and also reconstructing my habits, there was plenty of mistakes that I made, plenty of things I didn't know. And as somebody I have 3.5 years of gym experience, and I have around 7 months of self-development experience as a whole. What I just try to do is I just try to, give as much of the things that I've learned over this time, so that my clients can succeed. But yeah, if you guys want to know any more information, you could just check out my IG, or you could just book a call with me down below, and I'll personally just break down how we can basically guarantee you the results that you want to see. But in the call, I'm going to be getting to know you a little bit better. I'm going to be getting to know a little bit more about your situation, what you're going through, where you want to go, what's limiting you, and I'm just going to make sure that I can help you with 100% certainty. But if that sounds like something you are interested in, just book a call, and I'm looking forward to speaking with many of you. And yeah, let's get it.